Hello everyone, my name is Jeff Neville and welcome to Selective Imagery. Welcome to bird photos on Thanksgiving. No kidding. Hello everyone, this is Jeff Neville for Selective Imagery. And before you watch the video, which will be Thanksgiving Day at some point in time, I want to wish you and your family and friends the very, very happy Thanksgiving Day. It's a time to reflect on those who are no longer with you, sitting at the Thanksgiving table, and to enjoy those that are fortunate enough to still be here, that you can spend time with. And, hopefully you suffer through a few football games and your team wins, and you have a few beers, but don't overdo it, because we want to see you for Christmas as well. And just have a great time, and it's really a time where you just enjoy everyone's company, unlike Christmas where, gift giving kind of takes over, I think, too much, whereas Thanksgiving, I think, is, for me anyway, a holiday that I actually enjoy much better. And if you have some good card sharks in the family, it's always fun to have a great card game after the meal as well. So I'll let you enjoy the video. And reminder to those of you who watch the live stream that I do on Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, a reminder for you to send in photos for the photo review that we're going to have on December 2nd. So looking forward to seeing some fantastic images, as always, from those of you who join the channel for that event. So take care. Have a great day, and it's okay to overeat. I won't tell anybody. I know what you're saying. What does the moon have to do with bird photography? Well, other than being pretty to look at night, there's a certain bird that appreciates the darkness right now, and I guess you could figure out which one that might be, because it's not getting hunted at night, at least not typically. Here it is, poor old turkey. When you look up to see how many turkeys are killed for Thanksgiving, it's 46 million turkeys, believe it or not. Now, that's not going to make me want to run and go eat tofu turkey like on Everybody Loves Raymond, that one episode, but does make you think a little bit, doesn't it? Now, for those that aren't turkeys, what do? They dance around in celebration. They're just saying, I'm so glad I'm not a turkey. No one's going to eat me today, at least not a human being anyway. So they're all happy to jump around. Now, when it comes to stitching up the opening in the turkey, after you put all the stuffing in, there's nothing that's going to do a better job than these Dunlins. I mean, they're like, walking sewing machines. I mean, give them the thread, man, and they'll stitch up that bird no time flat. Now, I don't really know what they were trying to eat, to be honest with you. I mean, they're so fast, you can't see. It certainly isn't fish. It's probably just insects or larvae or something like that. But, man, they were going to town, and there were actually, some other birds that were along the bank farther up that you'll see in some later images. And we did have some buffleheads, and sometimes people get buffleheads and mergansers confused, but buffleheads, excuse me, have the typical duck head shape to them. And that's a grebe, and then we had a brown pelican just touching the water as it flew by. Finally landed, got a few shots of it just floating in the water. Here's some ibis that were just hanging around. And for the first time, in forever, some actual osprey shots with not a solid blue sky or a white sky or a gray sky. Actually fluffy white clouds with a blue background. I was in heaven. I didn't care if the osprey got a fish or not, which of course it did not, but I at least finally got some images, that weren't just one solid background color. I was so appreciative of that. It's so rare. We move back to another shot of the grebe, followed by a kingfisher whizzed by. Managed to get that with the trees in the background. And here you have the elusive clapper rail. Okay, those suckers are hard to find. Great blue heron, mockingbird. We'll have a lot more shots of the clapper rails in a little bit. Yeah, this is over in Myrtle Beach, Murrell's Inlet Marshwalk area. Sorry, not Myrtle, it's Murrell's Inlet. Now, sometimes I get pictures of pelicans or seagulls where basically, you don't really see anything in the background. But sometimes it's nice to show a more far distance shot and show some of the background elements. And here's just a gull along a stretch of basically clam, oyster shells, that type of thing. Here's one playing with a stick. And it was kind of windy this day, so it kind of gave us the opportunity to get some interesting in-flight shots of some of these seagulls as they were flying towards us. Slowed them down a little bit, made it easier to get them at slower shutter speeds, and ring-billed gulls. I mean, it was fun taking them. May not be everybody's first choice in subject matter, but you have to work with what you get, what's given to you on a given day. It's not like you can't take some interesting pictures. I like this just with the sporadic grasses sticking up out of the water. Upcoming here, you're going to have a brown pelican. Looks like it's going to land on that other one that turned its head. And it basically lands on the same post. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was going to land on a different post. It decided to land on the same exact post. And then it's like, oh, it was good. I'll put my wing around you, make you feel comfy. And this is a brown pelican, an older one with the yellow on the head. Here you got a little bit of a boat in the background in the right-hand corner. So, you try to get different elements when you can in the picture. And these were fun to take because, to try to get a sharp image of them shooting through the reeds, you got a mixed a mixture of some that were in focus and obviously some that focused on the reeds. And here's a little video, and you can see the one bird kind of like a little bit to the right of the frame right now that's was taking a bath. Well, they were fun to watch. It's definitely hard to keep them in focus the whole time when you're shooting a video. And this is a Dunlin, and this is what we had a video earlier where they were just like sewing machines going through the water. This is in the state park, so I'm bouncing back and forth between the state park. I'll have some images from Brook Green Gardens, have some images from the Marsh Walk area and Murrells Inlet. I like that. The eye is still open with the head going under the water, which is not typical. Normally the eye is closed. So you try to, you know, sometimes you get lucky and you get something that's a little different. This was the only white pelican that I've seen so far, and it did get a fish. And this was a long distance shot with the 800, but I liked it. It showed the environment with different birds gathered around. And, you know, here's some images of the clapper rail. And, you know, you hear the clappers all the time. I mean, you know they're there. It is not often that you see them. They hide in the reeds a lot. They don't come out. You know, these are Willets and then Ospreys, of course. Look at all that water that's getting shaken off of that Osprey. And here's what I was talking about earlier, where there were other birds along the bank. You know, you have snowy egrets, and you got here's a battle going on between 3 snowies and a tricolor, and they want that tricolor out of there. I mean, snowies are so aggressive, it's ridiculous. But you know, here you can have a little blue with a couple ibis, and they're not bothering each other. They're perfectly happy. Snowies just have an attitude problem. You know, and then we drive up the road and we see an osprey in a tree. We walk up closer to it, get it at some different angles, try to get more greenery behind it so we don't have as many patches of light in the background. And you take a bunch because you get the head in different positions, you get a different look, so it's a different image. This image I really, really like. With the dead tree there. I think that looks great. And of course you have the morning fisherman as always. And here's the sun is just starting to come up, and it's kissing those grasses and illuminating the bird. This is a nice shot I like as well with the color. There's 2 pelicans, one almost on top of the other. You see all the shells that are there that great egret is on. And here, I love trying to get them when they're kind of flirting with each other, and you get the heads close to each other like that. And then you have the willets. That little fella just came out of that hole. And I didn't know what this bird was. I ran into a naturalist. I described the bird, and it's a European starling. And I guess they're not birds that anybody likes in particular. I mean, any more than people like crows. I guess they're kind of a pain in the neck. But I found them interesting to shoot because I'd never seen them before. So. This bird it looked like a gummy bear. I don't know what that was. But that was really, really interesting. Great egret pruning, showing off its feathers. And a couple of wolf shots from the red wolf exhibit at the Low Country Zoo at Brook Green Gardens. Nice lazy day. And this is also at the Low Country Zoo. I mean, I'm not a big duck person, and this is going to be near the end of the video here with the final duck shots here. But, I mean, wood ducks are amazing to look at. I mean, they have beautiful color, and so them and the Harlequin ducks are fantastic when you can find one of those. So that's about it. Thank you for watching my channel. I really appreciate it. Please give me a like and leave a comment, pro or con. Just please be respectful. And if you really enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And remember my motto, enjoy life, capture some of it, get out there and get some of your best images, irregardless of the genre that you choose to shoot. Take care and God bless.